Hey everybody out there, my name is Tommy, and this is my channel, Mind and Body, the Tranquility Hour. And I had some time today, so I figured I'd come on, see how everyone's doing out there. This is called like a magic fluid. It makes designs and stuff. It's supposed to help relieve stress. All you do is, like, tap the screen with your finger and stuff, and you can get all these wild designs and stuff. It's supposed to help you concentrate and relax and relieve anxiety. And you can see some really wild shit sometimes. Sometimes it's like tripping your balls off. But just trying to get to know everyone better. It's a new channel. It's fucking amazing. It's a fucking colors. It's just wild. Wild. But if you're dealing with anxiety and stress in your life, you're not alone. We all have our crosses to bear. I could tell you a story. You want to hear some stories? When I was much younger, I used to dream a lot when I was a kid. And I remember dreaming one time that I was flying above the sky. I was high up in the air. And there was like this long cord connected to my stomach area. And down below it was connected to an animal. It was connected to a goat. I remember flying in the sky, being connected to a goat when I was young. Some sort of wild dream, I guess, or maybe some kind of out-of-the-body experience. You ever have that? You ever have that kind of experience, a dream like that? It seems so real. I remember I was up in the air, I could see the goat down below, and I could see this cord coming out of my stomach area. And it was connected to this animal. And then I remember coming up to a bridge, and I got real scared, and that's the last thing I remember. I think I kind of woke up. But that was probably one of my very earliest memories. One of my earliest memories. Just wild. Look at this beautiful colors and stuff in here. Make so many good designs. Well, what do you remember from your earliest childhood? I also have a memory when I was very, very young. I remember being somewhere else, not on Earth, but in some kind of other place. And people were like in big white robes. It was like a school. It felt so real. These memories when I was young. It's like it was before I was born. But people were in white robes, and there was people talking and stuff. And I remember looking at one of the men, and I felt like I was a very young child. In this dream I had, or whatever it was. I don't, past memory maybe, or something, who knows. But I remember asking him, because there were like these giant like manhole covers, like that you open down this long, at the end of this, you know, room. And I remember asking them, what are those? And the guy, I remember the guy telling me, stay away from there, you're not ready. If you open that, you will get sucked in. And I remember him telling me to stay away from them, that I was not ready. You know? But I didn't listen. I remember walking towards them, opening the lid, and I could clearly see the planet Earth. You know, I could see the Earth, what it looked like. You know, when you've seen pictures of it, you know, big blue marble. And I remember just being sucked right into it. And for a very long time, I believed that's the way I was born. That I was just an accident. You know? That I accidentally opened the wrong door. Do something I shouldn't have done. But I've done that all my life. All my life, I always open up every single door, every single closet that's in the house. I always have to look. But what are some of your earliest memories of you being a child? Do you remember anything? You know, do you remember past lives? Do you remember, you know, floating up over your body at all? Figured just come on here and, you know, have a chat. It's been a while since I made a video on here. I've been working a lot, but right now I have some time off. Beautiful. Look at the colors on this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. But channel is called Mind and Body Tranquility Hour. I do try to make some sleep videos. This is a very brand new channel, something I'm working on. You know, trying to maybe answer some questions about anxiety, make videos that'll help people, you know, to relieve stress, helpful tips and stuff. And this is Magic Fluid, where you make it's supposed to be a stress relieving app. And it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. You can make all sorts of things. But I'm trying to get to know my audience here, you know, trying to build this channel. So, you know, that's where we're going to have a little chat. Tell you a little bit about myself. I am 57 years old. Recently lost my job. And I am starting my life over again. A job I was planning on retiring from is no longer mine. So at 57 I have to start over and figure out what I want to do. And this is one of the things I want to do. Just make some videos. Maybe talk to the people out there. You know? Lots of stress. Lots of stress out there. I see on YouTube, you know, people living in their cars and, you know, trying to avoid paying high rents and stuff. You know, especially I see older people, you know, that do that. I'm like, oh man, that's got to be rough. The world, you know, they really should take care of people better. We should spend less trying to kill each other and more on trying to help each other. That is for sure. But you tell me, you know, range of topics. Talk about religion. What do you believe in? What do you think happens when you die? Do you believe in reincarnation? I kind of do believe in reincarnation. I don't know. If it is true, I would like to come back. Even though life is tough and rough, there's so many more things that I would like to learn. The lifespan, we just don't get, you know, long enough. I mean, 100 years is really not very long. Especially since when you get older, you know, your bones start to decay and everything, and you start falling apart. But I would like to come back and see how the human race does in the year 2500, year 3000, 2500. Will we still be here? Will we have left this planet by then? Will AI have taken over? Will we be more machine than human? You know? What's it all about? I just wanted to touch base. So, if there's anything you guys want to discuss, any topic we could always talk about. Let's see, what could we talk about? We could talk about lots of stuff. Really. You know, tell me about what you believe in. What do you think happens when you die? How stressful is life for you? Have you found a way to relieve anxiety? What gets you up and going in the morning? There's some wild stuff. You can, you know, you stare at this stuff, you can really see some wild things in here. Just beautiful. Alright everybody, like I said, my name is Tommy. This is my channel, Mind and Body, the Tranquility Hour. We are all for healing and getting rid of anxiety and stress and try to live better, healthier, and happier lives and maybe move forward in life and in death. Alright everybody, you take care of yourself.